Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're really getting into the heart of making projects work. We're talking about project control and what exactly needs managing to keep things successful. And for this deep dive, we're drawing on some great insights from the book Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon.
Yeah.
Our mission here is pretty straightforward. Figure out how project control keeps things, delivering what was promised on time, on budget. Have you ever actually stopped to think, what are the absolute core things you have to control to stop a project just spiraling?
That's such a great question because, yeah, people often think it's just about like tracking tasks day to day.
Right, ticking boxes.
Exactly. But it's really about zeroing in on the fundamental goals, the non-negotiables, if you will.
Okay, let's unpack that. So project control.
hmm
It's this process of watching progress, checking it against the plan, and then, well, fixing things when they go wrong.
Precisely. It's active management. You're constantly comparing where you are versus where you should be according to the plan.
So it's not just noticing a problem.
No, not at all. It's about taking corrective action. It's very hands-on. Without that active steering, things drift fast.
Makes sense. So what are the core things, the actual parameters that this control process is focused on? I imagine it has to be pretty specific.
It really boils down to three main pillars. The things project control directly influences are cost, schedule, and contents functionality. You might also hear that last one called scope.
Okay, cost, schedule, scope. Let's break those down a bit. Cost is obvious, right? Don't spend more than you have.
Pretty much. Keep it within budget, essential. Then schedule, that's about hitting your deadlines, keeping the timeline intact.
And contents, or scope. That's about what the project actually delivers.
Exactly. Making sure the end product, the deliverable, actually meets the requirements you agreed on. The quality, the features, everything.
And I guess the key is that these three aren't like separate issues. They're all interconnected.
Absolutely. They form what's often called the project baseline. Cost, schedule, scope together, they define success. You change one, it almost always impacts the others.
Right. Okay, so here's something that I think confuses people. Sometimes you hear terms like performance or trends or variances mentioned with control. Why aren't those the things being controlled?
That's a really common mix-up, but a super important distinction. Think of performance, trends, variances. Those are more like your diagnostic tools, your gauges.
Okay.
They tell you if cost, schedule, or scope are off track. They signal a problem, but they aren't the fundamental parameter itself that you're trying to manage.
So they're indicators, not the actual levers you pull.
Exactly. And similarly, things like planning or inspection or making decisions.
Those are actions you take.
Right. Those are actions within the control process. They're how you manage, but they aren't what you're ultimately trying to keep aligned. Everything, all the monitoring, all the analysis, it all points back to keeping cost, schedule, and contents in line with the plan.
That clarifies a lot. So for anyone listening, why is understanding these three cost, schedule, scope so critical?
Well, whether you're running the show, just part of the team, or even just interacting with project managers, knowing these are the core constraints helps everyone focus on what truly matters for success.
It's about making sure the project actually delivers the value it's supposed to within those agreed limits.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So, quick recap then. Effective project control boils down to actively managing cost, schedule, and scope. Get those right, and you're on the path to success.
Definitely. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Really think about how deeply interconnected those three are. Pushing on one, like trying to speed up the schedule, almost always puts pressure on cost or maybe forces you to trim the scope. Managing them together really is an art form.
That's a great point. It's a balancing act. And for anyone looking to really master that art, to get better at keeping projects firmly on course, we absolutely recommend diving deeper into the insights found in Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon.